Greetings, my fellow Liberians, especially those ones in the body of Christ, Africa, and beyond. Permit me today to address the following long standing claims about musicians. One, that musicians are wayward people. Two, that they don't pay tithe and offering. Three, that they don't give alms in church. Four, that they are thief because they collect salary. Five, that they jump from church to church and all other things related. Unfortunately, these claims were made by people who have little or no knowledge of what it means to make good music, and they are part of the equation. It is important that we understand that every bad behavior has absolutely nothing to do with perfection. I am aware that some musicians misbehave, as well as some lecturers, lawyers, bishops, pastors, politicians, doctors, and many more. So, it's rather a personality problem at a high rate than a profession. But on a deeper level, it is really about the behavior, or the devil is doing everything possible to ensure that musicians will never be relevant in this world, especially within the body of Christ. And even if they are to be relevant, it has to be outside of God's purpose. Folks, it is very pathetic to see that the people whom the devil is using for these claims in order to do his bidding are anointed, born again, and spirited Christians. We have little or no knowledge on what it takes to make a good music in church. That's why we lack the ability to honor musicians. We see musicians as puppets, and we see music as a hobby and a tool for ministry only. But we fail to understand that music is a career as well. Music is a professional course in many schools and universities around the world today, and it takes resources to get well trained, fully equipped in such institutions and more. We can imagine the pain most musicians go through in order to put in the work you see in church or in our churches today. Some of these attacks includes emotional attacks from family and friends, no support system. Even most parents don't see them capable enough to marry their daughters simply because they do music for a church. In closure, some of these wrong claims about musicians are doctrinal imbalances, weak foundation of discipleship in many churches. My fellow Liberians, tell me, just tell me, why a musician will not give offering if the right perspective to giving is well taught. Again, my fellow Liberians, tell me, please tell me, why a musician will not pay his offering if giving is fully understood by that young man and being taught by someone who is properly grounded. Again, my fellow Liberians, it's important that you tell me, why will a musician not pray if there is a solid understanding to the effectiveness of prayer? Listen, before you blame the standards of students, evaluate the curriculum with which they are being taught. We should learn to stop criticizing what we are responsible for and go back to correcting the narratives by doing the needful. Church musicians deserve to be empowered in order to remain a blessing to the body of Christ. My name is Joshua Bless Lincoln, and thank you so kindly for listening.